Hello everybody, and welcome back to Aurora Plays Neverwinter Nights 2 Mysteries of Westgate. I'm your humble bard, Tim. In the previous session, a little bit of weirdness occurred. Man Titties decided to basically give up his memory and join the Sharian religion. Now he's now a member of the Lady of Losses people. We also raided a tomb, which was the place Rena had left the loot that she had taken from the Night Masks and dealt with her old rival. So far we've dealt with 2 of the 3 companions. Our Carissa here is still yet to be, what's the word, resolved, mission, whatever, set up. But for now, what it looks like we're going to be doing, we're still trying to earn a bit more cash to get the boat to get out to the Dark Dalia. But we've got the arena matches, so I think that's what we'll go back and do. We'll head back out of the Temple of Shah. We'll head upstairs because we'll be in the arena district anyway. We'll do the fighting pits for a little bit and earn some more cash, and then we'll go and do the Dark Dalia mission, should nothing else arise in the interim. Ugh. Things seems to be getting a little bit more complicated, but basically we found out that Mantides had he killed someone's son, a young boy who was becoming a night mask, and so he decided to drink because of the memory of that mistake was a bit too hard for him. And then while we were at the fighting pits, the father of that person came up and challenged Mantides. They fought, Mantides won, and then the lady, one of the priests of the Lady of Loss came up, and yeah, I guess I didn't have enough influence over him in order to convince him to not do it, but anyway.
Hello to you.
Ah, very well done. It wouldn't surprise me if the Purple Legion heads back to Cormia after the latest setback. Here is your reward, 1,000 gold pieces.
Kind lord, hear my plea. I saw you defeat those knights. You're the only chance I have of my brother surviving this day.
If your need is desperate, of course I'll listen.
My name is Sal. It's my brother, Marcus, you see. He got made a slave some time back, he did, on account of trying to rob some noble. Well, the noble lord, Rochester, has decided he wants rid of Marcus. He's going to send him into the pit to fight.
Ah, that'll be the slaves brought in earlier, yes. Now they're due to fight the menagerie next. A special fight to the death. Normally fatal combat is prohibited, but the rules don't apply to slaves.
Oh, you've got to help him, my lord. Maybe you can volunteer to fight the menagerie first. Give him such a beating that they won't be fit to fight for a while. Ain't much, but it'll buy Marcus a few more days.
Oh, I'm afraid that's not possible. Lord Rochester spent a great deal of money to sponsor this fight. The slaves are his property, and he's free to do with them as he pleases. Oh, come on, man. You're a slave yourself. This one's brother doesn't deserve to be thrown to his death. Oh, very well. Those slaves stand no chance, although it's really none of my concern. I'd rather not be party to their gruesome death. Let me go and have a word to Garl. It might get me beaten, but perhaps I can convince him to reschedule. Ho, here we go. Okay, you're up next against the menagerie. Marcus and the other slaves will live to fight another day, providing you can inflict enough damage to put those beasts out of action. Easy peasy. Switch with Mantides' new sword. Holy shit. So we've got a werebear, a werebore, werewolf lord, and a werebadger. You gave those beasts quite a thrashing. Here's your reward, 2,500 gold pieces, and I'm glad you won, because Lord Rochester was most furious. There you are, blasted do-gooding adventurers. What makes you think you have the right to decide when and how I dispose of my wretched slaves? You do know I'll simply enter them in the next available fight, don't you? In fact, it's my father. If you're so concerned with the fate of the slaves, why don't you buy them off me? It's 5,000 gold for the 4 of them, including this Alirat's brother. If you can't or won't pay, then they'll die this day. You have my word on it. All right, fine. I'm shocked at your seemingly endless pockets. It truly angers me to see common rabble obtain such wealth, when prestigious families such as mine have built theirs over many years of hard slave trade. Still, by my reckoning, you have paid roughly 100 times their true value. Enjoy your new worthless servants. You have my heartfelt thanks, Bard. I would be dead if it were not for you. I must tell you this, however. I'd rather die than serve as a slave to any man or woman. I've suffered enough humiliation. You're no slave now, Marcus. I'm setting you free, all of you. Well, thank you for everything you've done. I refuse to be a slave any longer, but if you ever need anything, and it's within my power to help you, you have my word. I shall be there. Farewell. Haha. Alrighty. Can we rest here? We can't rest in this area. Alright. Can we rest in the hamster hole? Because if we can rest there, then we can go back to do the fighting. There we go. Now we're back up to full strength, so we can do the next round without potentially getting the shit kicked out of us. I'll be right back, so you need to dive into this bag of garbage.
Hello to you.
Are you ready to face the Dukes? Yes, we're ready for them. The battle is going to shake the arena. I wish you the best of luck, and I must warn you, watch out for the halfling in particular. He's a sneaky little blighter. Ooh. Codipus, Tiberius, Celsius. Alright, cool. Holy shit, man, Titties is down already. Oh, no, he's not. What the hell did they hit us with? Well, fuck that for a joke. There's no shame in losing to the best. If you don't feel challenging them again, let me know. We're not prepared yet, excuse me. Shit, a brick! I need the, this one, because I will be immune to mind-altering effects. Okay, let's go crawl into our hamster hole again. I think what I'll probably need to do, actually, as well, is before the fight begins, cast all the buffs. That way, once we get straight into the arena, we're good and ready to go. At least I'm hoping that'll transfer over. Alright.
Hello to you.
Yes. Whoa! It's Editor Tim here. So, at this point I was getting very frustrated trying to do this fight. So, basically the problem was that every time I loaded in, they'd already have like spells that were active, so they effectively got a turn before I did. And so what would happen is that my rogue character would run straight into the fight, get immediately ganked, and then the wizard and the bard characters, as well as the sorcerer, would hit everyone in the group with status effects, either making them dazed, taunted, or more likely paralyzed. And because they were paralyzed, we couldn't move. You can see that lightning going on there with man titties. And because they were paralyzed, they couldn't move, which allowed them just to get around and just completely gank. So basically what I did was I was just focusing on healing everyone, just so we could try and absorb the hits, because I had a bunch of healing potions, in order to do some damage, but also just try and tank it out. But unfortunately, it didn't go too well, as you can see. They just kept on hammering us, and then eventually Aurora goes down,
God damn it.
and that was it.
The problem with this fight is that they get to act before I have a chance to, because of the way the loading works. As soon as you click the thing, you're in the arena, they automatically trigger, and I haven't had a chance to react. Which is bullshit. It means they get a free turn on me.
Hello to you.
Me.
So for this fight, basically what I did was that I split everyone up at the beginning and then tried to focus everyone on their fighter, because he was the one that was causing me the most hassle. Unfortunately, the exact same thing happened. They all focused in on the rogue. The rogue just went charging straight down the guts, got right in the middle, and very, very quickly gets killed. I'm attempting to use a war cry to break up the group. Unfortunately, that doesn't work either, and they also hit me with the song. The rogue goes down. The rest of it is basically just trying to maintain the hits. So at this stage, we're trying to stave off the different status effects and maintain the healing. Mantides is doing all of his damage. Very, very quickly, our cleric gets knocked down, so this is me and Mantides, and unfortunately, we both get hit with the paralysis effect at this stage. So now we're just fighting, trying to maintain our health until the status effects wear off, because the one scroll that I had to restore, that failed with the fight. And so it's a bit of a struggle, but eventually what happens, they manage to get the fighter down, and then we're able to get the second spellcaster down, and they sort of begin to domino like that. So you've got the bard behind me, the sorcerer, the cleric, the rogue, and the wizard. They're currently wailing on Aurora at this point. Mantides is paralyzed and on the ground, and so I threw one of the fire bombs, causing the DPS to kick up. Mantides finally snapped out of his paralysis, and then we were able to get the swinging going on. So this is when the fight eventually turned. I found out who was weak, so we knocked out the sorcerer. The cleric was down, and then it was just the wizard and the bard, the wizard, and the rogue. So we took out the bard because he was the one giving us the negative buffs the way that Aurora does. So we focused our attacks on him, and he goes down pretty quickly after we're no longer being paralyzed. Mantides is still suffering from that effect, unfortunately. And then once the bard is down, we focus on the halfling, who starts to run around the battlefield. He turns invisible, and then Mantides hits him with an attack. I don't know when it happens. It's a little bit up here. Just trying to get the heals going on. But here it is here. So the wizard breaks off, forcing us to fight on this, and then Mantides hits with this effect that causes fear. And so the rogue is out of the fight. He's now just running around, but we still need to take him out because he's going to be a problem later on. Unfortunately, Mantides gets paralyzed, so I'm just chasing around, and I get hit with the missile swarm, which nearly killed me. So I'm panicking a little bit at this stage, trying to get myself set up, but I also can't hit him with my close attacks because he's too damn fast, so... Start to get him with the ranged attack. Here comes another missile swarm, which is a phenomenal attack when you focus it on a single person, and then the wizard decides to come in and do some close combat. So I focus on the rogue with my magic missile wand, and then Mantiddes wakes up and comes into the fight. We take down the rogue, and then we're just wailing on the wizard, who has just run out of spells at this stage, which... I mean, thank fuck for that. And basically, we just wail on the wizard for a few minutes, and that was all she wrote.
Can't even make a scratch.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Did my eyes deceive me? Or did you just defeat the Dukes of Dragaford? That's the truly heroic occasion reward of 7,500 gold pieces. And of course, that is still the individual competition yet to be mastered. The Twilight Knight has defeated all who have gone against him, but I'm sure you'd be in the fighting chats. Good luck. All right. Time to level up. Alright.
Sure. Absolutely.
I would say yes.
Cool. Alright, we took those bastards out. I am Benevolent Calm, the operator of this enterprise. You must be here to compete, yes? I can tell by the way you hold yourself you're a formidable human who would relish such a challenge. Mazar Diwali sent me. Ah, my good servant Mazar. He's a fine nose for a worthy competitor. If a poor one for women. Westgate is far from Ulthner, but perhaps not quite far enough for dear Mazar. He has 6 wives, and not one knows about the others. At least, they didn't until recently. Alright. So, tell me about the competition. Quivering Thumb has 2 competitions, one for individuals and the other for groups. At least 2 gladiators must group together to compete in the latter. The fights are non-fatal, and the victor is awarded a sum dependent on their rank in the arena. To move up in the rankings, a gladiator must defeat their opponent directly above them. This ensures the fights are fair and entertaining for the crowd. Don't expect to challenge for the title of champion straight away. Just fight your way up. As I've said, most fights are non-fatal. I say most because accidents happen, yes? These are the rules. If you wish to enter the group competition, speak to Duffel Zam. My shoe have arrived. It's too much of my time for me to organize both competitions. Individual competition. Most excellent. You're sure to rise to the top in no time. The Twilight Knight has defeated all who have challenged him, but perhaps you are the one to finally displace him from the throne. First, however, you must prove yourself. Your first opponent is a Flind shaman named Turfang. He's a cruel, vicious creature, but no match for you, I'm sure. Let me know when you're ready. I'm ready to compete. Wonderful. Give that son of a hound the beating he deserves. Oh, well, that worked. Most impressive display, Aurora. The crowd was most enthralled. Here is your 500 gold pieces. Next opponent is a mysterious female calling herself the Master Marauder. She moves with the grace of a fox, that's one. Why, the way her supple leather clings to her figure. Oh, excuse me. My mind wandered for a moment. Are you ready? Not yet. Excuse me. I need to go hide in a hole for a moment. Now, this shall be a fight. Why, my wife sent a word for me to join her in our private apartment just a moment ago, but the harpy can lie there and wait until this battle is finished. I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Kilkofim Safim.
She is indeed masked, but does she maraud?
Kil kofim safim.
You'll get yours! Yeah.
Alright. Well, that worked. Bye. Oh, but that was magnificent. My hated spouse has threatened to divorce me, but fie to her, I say. Here's your purse for the fight. 1,250 gold pieces. Oh, but your next opponent is a monster indeed. The frost giant, Jurgle. Has travelled all the way from the Great Glacier. He is cold as ice, they say, although I suspect not as frosty when compared to my wife's frozen heart. Make sure you're ready. Yes, I'm ready for Jurgle. The ground shall shake with the force of the coming battle. If my indolent wife continues to stuff her face with food all day and night, I shall soon shake with her footsteps also. Let the battle commence. Really isn't having any luck there. Just stabbing him in the dick. He can't hit me with his hand. Fucking die. That's right. By Ishtar, epic is the word, used too freely these days, but that certainly qualifies. Here is your reward. The next obstacle in your path is the rank beneath the Twilight Knight himself, a powerful mage, rumored to be a night mask. Mukhav trickery and conniving mind is sparked only by that of my wife. Tread carefully. Excuse me, I need to prepare by quick saving.
Hello.
I'm ready now. Just keep hitting him with magic missiles. I missed him with a 40 to hit. Oh my god. Oh, he teleported away. Good god, look at this guy. He's hideous. Nice. A truly marvelous display, Aurora. The crowd was chanting hard enough to awaken my wife, and she normally sleeps like the dead. If only. Here's your gold, 4,000. Time has come, the champion of the arena, the Twilight Knight himself awaits you. He will enter the pit only when night falls, hence his title. I warn you, he is truly, a truly implacable foe. Mighty as you are, even you will need to be fully prepared to stand a chance. Can you prepare myself? Alright. So, it's, spell...
Direct me.
Sure. I'm leading? I
would
think I
say
deserve an
yes.
extra share of the loot for this.
Alrighty, so we want to... displace myself, mirror image myself, and I'll invisible myself, that way he won't immediately be able to attack me.
Hello.
I'm ready for the Twilight Night. Terrific! I'm sure the battle shall live long in the annals of Westgate. Why, it might even prompt my exceedingly lazy wife to rise from her bed and show some interest. Okay, so this fight wasn't too difficult, but it was long. My initial plan, as I said, making myself invisible, works. He is not actually attacking me, and I was able to trigger off my negative buffs. He begins to summon up his companions, which was the main issue that I faced during this fight. I'm fairly certain he's actually a paladin, because he has the ability to smite, but he summons up this skeleton dude, which was a real pain in the ass. You gonna hit me, you lazy bastard? So, basically, at this stage, we're just trading blows. I'm hitting him, his skeleton's hitting me. I've got my other bits and pieces up. He's trying to smite me. It's not really working for him. But eventually, what happens is his skeleton gets a couple of good hits in, and I lose my defenses. That's when I have to employ a slightly different tactic. So, yeah, let's watch. Yeah, that was the hit right there. That's the one that fucked up my defenses. I think I'm faster than him. Holy shit. We've turned this arena match into a fucking chariot race. Fuck you, bitches. So I found that because I have the fastest speed, I was able to outrun them and use my regeneration abilities to heal myself. And so I decided at this stage I needed to get rid of that fucking skeleton. So I stopped, I reapplied my buffs, and just began to focus my attacks on the skeleton.
That's it for you! Take that!
Oh, fucking fall down already, will you? And with the skeleton down, it just became a battle of attrition. Just trading blows, me out-healing him. And eventually, he goes down. Nearly got him. Here we go. Ooh. Spooky ghost thing. By the gods, what a struggle! You have defeated all before you, Aurora. You're now the crowned champion of the arena. Here's your reward of 10,000 gold pieces. The Twilight Night disappearance at the end of the fight was strange, to say the least. I only wish my wife would do something similar. You have nothing left to achieve here. Your name shall live long in the annals of Westgate, Aurora. Hooray! I get to live long in anal. Alright. Well, that's just it. Finding the ship and investigating the Dark Dalia. We are basically done. So, I think what we might do, we'll go hide in our hole again and have a sleep in the hamster hole. And then we'll head and have a look at the Dark Dalia. Because I should now have... So I've now got 70,000 gold from all of those, all that winning, so... I think... If... We very quickly just duck over here... So, and this guy's gonna be. Oh, the champion returns. We should defend my title against one of my previous opponents. But of course, I must tell you that the purse to defend for defeating a challenger isn't half that of being a successful challenger yourself. So also, your opponent will be chosen at random depending on who is available and fit for the fight. How does that sound? Never mind. Alright. We don't worry about that just yet. So, let's head to the market triangle. We've got a bunch of stuff that Mantides was holding on to. If we sell off that, that should give us enough, with a lot more left over to hire our boat captain. I kind of feel like we're buying his boat, really, rather than hiring him, but regardless. Noble, commoner, trader. Weapons merchant. Alright. Done and done. Actually, let's see as well, because I'm curious about this now. Since we nuked that lady's house with the skunk. It's a pretty funny gag with a perfume, no pun intended. Fortunately, Dalia's opinion of me is low enough. Can I just go in? No. Alright. They still won't let me in, which is fine. I'll stick our head into Okazu's place. See how she's doing.
Hello.
Oh. Okazu, what happened here? Oh, there was no note this time, but then it's hardly necessary at this point. The damage bears the signature of Dalia and her thugs. I guess she's not amused by our prank. She sent a message that she will not back down no matter what I do. Oh, then we have to deal with her head on. Someone urinated on the statue of Koshi, Aurora. I can absorb the loss of merchandise, but an insult cuts to the core of my honor, my family's honor. It can only be paid for with blood. I have waited for you to stop by, hoping you would do me this one last favor. I need you to go to Urdu Estate and challenge Dalia Urdu. Will you back me? Of course I will. Wise as always, Aurora, Dalia's madness must be stopped, and we are well placed to do it. I concur with your decision. Thank you, Honorable Aurora. Let's go at once. Can I see your merchandise before we go?
Hello.
Yes, I'm ready. Let's go. Oh. Here we go. I'm glad you agreed to meet with you, Dalia Urdu. Oh, I thought maybe you'd come to your senses and agree to sell your rat-infested little shop. Now I see you're here to give your life to one of my henchmen. I would give my life to you if you could take it. I challenge you to a duel, Dalia Urdu. I don't duel with subhumans. It would disgrace my family name. You have already disgraced your family name many times over. I will not allow you to disgrace mine. Give the word and we'll chop her tongue out and send her back to Carter. I'm sure her friend would have something to say about that. Let's go back inside. I'm already starting to tire of this. You'll never have my shop, Dalia Urdu, and if you wish to eliminate me, this is your only chance. Otherwise, you might as well report back to your family that you failed in the task that has been given to you. Now you're starting to make sense. What, you're not seriously considering her offer, are you? What if you lose? What will we do? Do you seriously think there's a chance I could lose to this woman? Oh, come on. She won't always have her friend around to protect her. We could take her out any time. This way is much cleaner. The city watch tends to notice Take notice of murders, even when they're only involve someone as insignificant as this wench. Very well, Okazu, I accept your challenge. Ever since I scratched you with my ring, I've wondered what it would be like to put a deeper mark in you. I'm ready when you are. We'll see about that. A friend I'd be here, this never would have happened. Well, let's kill them both. They look like they got some good stuff. That would be a mistake. Don't throw your lives away. The mistake is thinking you could kill a member of House Odo and get away with it. And if we don't take you down, you can bet Odos will. Oh, yeah, maybe they'll give us some kind of reward. Let's get their heads. Thank you once again, Aurora Borealis. Without your backing, I would be dead now. Unfortunately, Dalia Urda's henchman wasn't totally witless. The fallout from this will make it very difficult for me to stay in Westgate, and I'm sure that House Urdo will not rest until I'm imprisoned for killing one of their own, even if it was a fair duel. That's why I'm returning to my homeland of War. I have reclaimed my honor. I'll not risk it again. But what about your shop? I've received another offer for my store from someone who plans to reopen it with their own stock. I've already accepted this offer, knowing that it would be necessary to leave if I survive this duel. It will be good to see my father again after all these years, and if he still lives, I will tell him about you, Aurora Borealis, and he will know that you helped me. Oh, wow. Both a good and a bad thing going on. Ring of Merchant Rule. +2 charisma and +4 to appraise. Nice. I don't know that it's going to help me though, because I'm fairly certain I'm already... Yeah, I'm already maxed out on what I can do with my charisma. The appraise skill would help though. Okie dokie. Hello there. Glutz seems to have located a toothpick and he stands contently picking his teeth. So you're back, eh? God, what a great invention the toothpick is. Don't know what I'd do without it. I'll have to ask what was in that meat. Oh, you'd be glad to know that I investigated the house and resolved the mystery of the explosion. Oh, did you now? Well, look here. Everyone, look at the adventurer who saved the day. I hope you're not expecting any kind of reward. Firstly, I'm dead sure you didn't do anything at all. And secondly, I got better things to do than spend my gold on. Speaking of spending gold, I think I've actively monitored the situation for long enough, you know. With all, you know, what would really hit the spot right now? A pint down at the Bent Mermaid. At least the ale won't get stuck in my teeth. Cheers. What a dick. Okay, let's see what happens to the shop now if there's a new person in there. Since Okazu's no longer going to be staying at her import shop. Oh,
I couldn't do that if you offered me all the gold in Westgate. It's
well,
impossible.
Well, that makes me sad. Alright. Well, I think with that little adventure out of the way, like the fighting pits and everything, what I think I'll do, just to keep everything sort of flowing in a nice way, I'll leave it here. And then the next session is when we'll go and pay for the boat trip out to do the Dark Dalia, because with everything that's going on at the moment, it's the only mission that I've actually got to finish now. So I think that is probably a good stopping point, and then we'll be able to go and deal with that in the next session. So, yeah, at least we finally got to kick the shit out of that that woman. But I just love how Kazu just stabs her and she's done. Ah, dear. Anyway, this goes to show that racism is no good. But for now, thank you all very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. I have been your humble bard, Tim. And be sure to come back for the next session of Aurora Plays Neverwinter Nights 2, The Mysteries of Westgate.